Our Royal Sussex squad. The petty is just jumping out at Prince William, y'all. And we have to talk about this latest move that is nothing short of a royal slap in the face, not just to Prince Harry, but especially to Meghan Markle, a woman who has been targeted, vilified and bullied by the very institution that was supposed to protect her. And now, William is out here rewarding the very man who tried to destroy her character. Let's break it down. Jason Knauf. That name should sound familiar because it was his letter, leaked, of course, with convenient timing, that accused Meghan of bullying staff back in 2018, a letter that magically resurfaced just days before Harry and Meghan's bombshell Oprah interview. Coincidence? Please. At this point, the royal playbook is as predictable as a soap opera and just as messy. Now, this same Jason Knauf has been promoted by William to CEO of the Earthshot Prize. Yes, that Earthshot Prize, the one William created to make himself look like an environmental savior, while his private jets burn through more fuel than a Formula One car on race day. So we're supposed to believe that this promotion is about saving the planet? Oh no, honey. This is a reward, plain and simple. This is about loyalty, obedience, and punishing those who dared to challenge the status quo. A former palace colleague even said it. Jason has proved his loyalty to William and has been rewarded. They're not even trying to hide it. This was personal. This is a message from William, loud and clear. If you come for Meghan, you'll be rewarded. If you protect her, if you stand by her, you'll be erased. Let's not forget what this so-called bullying accusation was really about. Meghan, a biracial American woman who walked into that royal palace ready to work, to uplift, to connect and to serve, was deemed difficult because she had standards, because she asked questions, because she didn't tolerate the toxic behavior that was apparently standard operating procedure behind palace walls. And when Jason Knauf sent that letter, he didn't even send it to Meghan or Harry. He sent it to Simon Case, William's right-hand man. The entire thing was a palace game. A strategic leak to undermine Meghan's credibility, timed to inflict maximum damage. And what did Meghan say in response? That she was saddened, not because they lied, but because she knows what it's like to be bullied herself. She was trying to help people who were hurting. She was trying to build compassion while they were building a case to tear her down. And now, in 2025, William is not just ignoring the pain his brother and sister-in-law endured, he's celebrating it. He's aligning himself with a man who said, even in a 60 Minutes Australia interview, that he had no regrets about his actions. No regrets about trying to smear a woman who was pregnant at the time. No regrets about feeding the tabloids. No regrets about making her life a living hell. Y'all, we know Meghan was being hunted by the press. We know she was suicidal at one point. And while that was happening, while Harry was trying to protect his wife and unborn child, people like Jason Knauf were playing palace politics, and people like William were cheering them on from behind the scenes. Let me be clear, Meghan Markle has never been proven to be a bully. In fact, every woman who has worked with her outside that toxic palace environment, from Suits to her Archewell Foundation, has sung her praises. Professional, kind, driven, visionary. But in that royal institution, suddenly she's a tyrant, please. We see through it. And the timing of all this, just more of the same manipulative nonsense. Let's remember that Earthshot was supposed to be William's big legacy project. His moment to outshine his brother, to be the modern royal doing good things for the planet. But now it's a badge of vindictiveness. With Jason Knauf at the helm, it's no longer about saving the Earth. It's about saving William's ego. It's about propping up the people who attacked Meghan while shunning Harry and pretending they don't exist. The same William who couldn't be bothered to stand next to his brother at the Queen's funeral procession. The same William who lets the press run wild with lies about Meghan but says nothing to stop it. The same William who has never once publicly defended his sister-in-law despite knowing exactly what she went through behind palace walls. And let's be honest, if Meghan had really bullied staff, they would have launched a formal HR investigation and released the findings. But you know what they did instead? They buried it, quietly, because it was never about justice. It was about PR. It was about creating a villain to distract from the royal family's own failings, especially when Meghan and Harry were about to speak their truth. You want to talk about bullies? Let's talk about the institution that protected Prince Andrew for years. Let's talk about a palace that fed stories about Meghan to the press while shielding real scandals behind palace walls. Let's talk about a family that asked what colour Archie's skin would be before he was even born. This whole Earthshot appointment is just the latest in a long line of royal gaslighting. And Jason Knauf, he's not a good guy. He's a pawn who played his part in a cruel game, and now he's getting his prize. But here's the thing about Meghan and Harry. They rise. Every single time, they rise. While William is busy surrounding himself with backstabbers and sycophants, Meghan and Harry are building schools, launching impact campaigns, supporting veterans, championing mental health, and uplifting communities around the world. Meghan just launched a new lifestyle brand. Harry continues to honor his mother's legacy. They are thriving because they walk in truth, in purpose, and in love. So, to the Royal Sussex squad, I say this. Don't be discouraged. Let William play his petty games. Let the press print their lies, because at the end of the day, truth always wins. Integrity always wins. And Meghan and Harry, they are living proof of that. Prince William trolls Meghan Markle and rewards Aide, who called her a bully with Plum job. Prince William has rewarded Jason Knauf, Meghan Markle's former press secretary who denounced her as a bully, with a new job as boss of his Earthshot prize. A colleague of Knauf's who worked with him at the palace told the Daily Beast, "Jason has proved his loyalty to William and has been rewarded. He was caught in the middle of a very nasty situation with Meghan, and he just told the truth. Jason is one of the good guys." The move will be seen in some quarters as yet further evidence that William could care less about reconciling with his brother and his wife, who have always denied Knauf's allegations of bullying and denounced them as a smear. The allegations that Meghan had bullied staff were originally made by Knauf in a 2018 letter to his boss, Simon Case, who worked for William. Knauf said Meghan drove 2 personal assistants out of the household and undermined the confidence of a third staff member, writing, "The Duchess seems intent on always having someone in her sights. She is bullying Y and seeking to undermine her confidence," he continued. "We have had report after report from people who have witnessed unacceptable behaviour towards Y." A spokesperson for the Duke and Duchess of Sussex said at the time that Meghan was saddened by this latest attack on her character, particularly as someone who has been the target of bullying herself, and is deeply committed to supporting those who have experienced pain and trauma. She is determined to continue her work building compassion around the world, and will keep striving to set an example for doing what is right and doing what is good. The letter surfaced in the public realm just days before Meghan and Harry gave an interview to Oprah in which they accused members of the family of selling them out to the press and asking bigoted questions about the likely skin colour of their unborn children. The Sussex camp made clear they saw it as an attempt to harm Meghan's credibility ahead of the interview. In an interview with 60 Minutes Australia in February, Knauf doubled down on his actions, saying he had no regrets over his conduct. Prince William, 42, said in a statement on Friday, "As we look ahead to the future of the prize and the urgent work needed to scale more inspiring solutions to the world's greatest challenges, I look forward to working with Jason to chart the course for the next 5 years of the Earthshot Prize and beyond." Knauf said, "I'm honoured to be appointed as the next CEO of the Earthshot Prize and look forward to working with our exceptional team and incredible Earthshot community to advance our mission of urgent optimism for our planet." "The prize has already achieved so much and the future potential is vast," he continued. "I can't wait to get started. If you're tired of the smear campaigns, if you're tired of seeing a black woman torn down for daring to shine, if you believe in love, justice, and standing up to bullies, then this is your tribe, right here. Make sure you subscribe to Royal Sussex Squad, hit that like button, and if you want to support the truth, hit that super thanks and keep this movement going, because the truth, it matters, and together, we're going to keep speaking it, loud and proud. Until next time, Squad, stay strong, stay loyal, and stay royal.